What's up, fam? It's Tanya, talk with Tanya J Miller, LLC. You guys know we do life, we do leadership, we do it unapologetically on purpose. That means every day we are trying to help you to figure out how to put the puzzle piece of life together so you do life right and you do it well. We're talking about you've been doing so good. Like you've been working at trying to do life and leadership unapologetically on purpose. You've been working at trying to figure out how to fit the puzzle pieces of life. You've been working at trying to be lids off, figuring out the real you, getting to the real you, working it out so that you can be all you, nothing but you, and the whole truth you, right? But then you had them moments, right, where a little something happened, right? Like, somebody called and they strike a nerve, and then you done forgot everything that you had worked on, and you done went in and out and everything in between, and you like, ooh, hold on, ooh, that wasn't how it was supposed to go. You had all of these ambitious goals and steps that you were taking. You was faithful. You have been faithful in the gym in January, but then February happened, and then you got a little, 3 times a week. It did came March, you was 1, and then next thing you know, you was like, I ain't got no summer body, and you had already made the decision in April, but stuff happens. Like, it does. It really does happen. But I just want to talk to you about, like, when it do, what can we do? Like, when you get triggered, and then not only when you get triggered, but it bring up stuff. Listen, we all had a past. We all had a whole life before the day that we live in today. That's a word right there. Let me repeat that one. We all had a whole life before the day that we live in right here today. We did. And a whole bunch of stuff happened there in between. And so, some of it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Some of it wasn't good. And so some of those things that have happened get triggered when something unexpectedly happens. Somebody say something, somebody do something, you experience something, and it bring a flood of emotions. It bring a whole slew of memories that you thought you had let go. You thought you had worked through. You thought you had put in the work. I got you, fam. And so what I'm saying is that, number one, you're human. I need that to sink in. That's why I had took that pause, that Selah. Selah mean pause. You human. If you don't know nothing else that I say today, I need you to know that. I ain't saying you carnal. I ain't saying you worldly. I'm saying you human. And you gonna feel stuff. For real. Like, you're going to feel. You're going to have emotion. You're going to all of it. And there's nothing wrong with it. I tell anybody that. Ain't nothing wrong with going through the emotions, but it's that you got to go through it though, but you can't stay there. Like, yeah. I don't care if you go through it. I don't care if you experience the whole gamut, but I just can't let you stay. That's my difference. And that's what I'm even just re-emphasizing today. If you get triggered, recognize that you was triggered. Feel whatever you need to feel from the trigger. And then work through it to even understand how what happened today was able to pull from yesterday. I need to say that again. How what happened today was able to pull you back into yesterday. How was it able to pull that back out of you when you thought you had let it go, when you thought you had set that down, when you thought you had buried it and covered it? So I want you to think about that. Reflect on that so that you will know how the two correlated. So you can know what happened. So you can know how to see it before it happens again. One of the things, y'all know my first project, Mind Matters. Talking about getting out of your head, jumping into life. Because that was your girl. Like, she wasn't in life no more. And she was all the way stuck. And her mind went right. You live it before you're able to help somebody and tell them. And one of the reasons that I had the forward done by Dr. Brenda Williams, who at the time, back before was my therapist and now is just a mentor and just awesome, just resource. I had her write it for the clinical, the mental, the spiritual, and to pull it all together is because of the simple fact that something she would always say to me is that it's okay. Like, she would just say, it's okay, but you got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? And so if I can tell anybody that today, it's okay to feel it. It's okay to experience it, but you got to figure out why it happened so that you can know and learn from it and be able to recognize it the next time it comes. And so that it won't take you as long as it took you to get past it this last time. So it won't hit you the same way. It might hit you. So you thinking, I'm not finna mess with you and play. You thinking I'm finna tell you that it won't hit you. No, we human. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. But how will it hit? How will it affect you? How will you be able to manage it? How will you be able to process it this next time? That's what I'm about. Learn from it and make sure you know and understand why it even came in the first place. You're human. You're human. And you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. I don't know why we're talking about it this week, but I just feel like I want you to know. You're human. You're all right. And it's okay to feel it. Peace, y'all.